Hi, welcome to the Daily Hope. Our great verse for today is from Matthew 5:17, where Jesus says, "Do not think I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." Jesus was not saying, out with the old and in with the new, but the people who were experiencing Jesus and trying to understand his message and incorporate them into their belief system were stuck. And they thought it had to be one or the other. But you and I know in hindsight that the law is from the very mouth and heart of God, and the prophets are from the very mouth and heart of God. And Jesus came as the Son of God, who became the perfect representation on earth of the Father in heaven. And we can have the same issue when it comes to following Jesus. You know, we can be around the things of God, we can be in his word, we can be singing music, and we can completely be separating those things from the person of God himself. If I was to get a letter from a good friend, I would read it, and I would read it with that person in mind. I would be thinking about who they are and what they look like, what I've experienced of them, and what I know to be true about who they are and the life that we've shared. And I would read that letter and think of that person behind it. Same thing with the things of God, whether it's the things that we notice about him in creation or what we see in his word, or a conversation that we have that someone kind of speaks something to us that we just can tell it's from God's heart because it's so in line with the nature of who he is. Jesus didn't come to get rid of the law, but he did come to rid us of using it as a way to avoid him. Obviously, there's incredible truth and goodness written into the law and the prophets. They were all given by God as a way to love his people, to set them apart, to give them a hope in a future. That's what the law and prophets were for. And he's not doing anything different now. It's just that we have this beautiful covering of Jesus that we get to live under. And the Father didn't send Jesus because he wanted us to be good, although Jesus accomplished that. He gave us his righteousness so that we could come into the presence of the Father. But the Father also wanted us to be his, to be restored back to him. And you know, I love menial things. Like I love putting together furniture because you can just follow instructions. And then at the end of it, you see this incredible thing that's done, or crossword puzzles or jigsaw puzzles. I love to do something that seems somewhat mindless because it's easy and I can show that I've done something. Relationship is harder. You know, relationship with God is harder. Learning to trust him, coming to him every day, being honest about where we're at, what we're walking through, allowing him into our plans and letting him rewrite them, giving him the chance to change us, which is incredibly uncomfortable. God wants relationship with us. He wants relationship with you. And so, you know, maybe put down the books and put down all the information and all of the words and all the searching that you're trying to do in your head, and just get to a place where it's quiet, to be in relationship with him, because that's why Jesus came to fulfill the law, so that that's what you could have.